Hey guys, what's going on? Ryan, Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. Happy Saturday afternoon or evening or wherever you're watching. I just want to welcome you all. If you wonder what the hell am I doing, it's about 12 o'clock, no, 12:30 here in the evening. This is how we do the laundry when we're touring, when we're tripping. We are connected to YouTube, we are connected to Facebook. So reminders, guys, to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, these auctions are running online right now at Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. We've got the one and only Annex Go Chant. Well, guys, these are going to be home run pigeons. I'm going to be there tomorrow. Special guest tomorrow with Anik. These 8 lots are on the line. I got to wash my shirts, but where do you guys go to bid? www.featherselitepigeonauctions.com. Check out these 8 lots. Lot number 8, Wally Bielik has a full brother. Bred him, I think now 3 combine winners and over 6,000 in money winners. So, what's going on, Frank the Tank? Hope yous are doing well. I'm going to do some laundry. So this is how we do the laundry here. Very simple. Wait, what's the, better light, worse light? Into the sink of water we go. Cold water. Always in cold water. If you guys have questions about the auctions, please let me know. Like I said, this show works best when you guys participate. We had a great day at Theo Agents today. White Pigeon Lofts. We had some good beers. This shirt wasn't that bad. Time to add some soap, eh? What should we go with? This will work. So tell me, guys, what are you thinking so far of the auction season? What are you thinking so far of some of the loft tours? Again, I have to go back to a few more people. But today with Gear Agents, super fun. Next time I go to his house, I'm going to... water's looking pretty dirty. Let's wring her out a bit. Boy, everyone's quiet tonight. Is there a point to even coming online here for this, or what? We drain the water out. What did you guys think of the Anders Brobeck loft tour? I seen some people were, I don't know, they're kind of on there saying, "Oh, guy's got a lot of pigeons." Yeah, the guy loves his pigeons. He has quite a few. He works them. Remember, he's into marathon, so you're not going to fly marathon races with 6 pigeons. It's a total different animal. But I mean, maybe that's just how I'm thinking. Oh, it smells better. Smelling a lot better. Doesn't smell, it smells like soap. The water nice and cloudy. You know what they say, clouds in my coffee, clouds in the water. Also, hey, you've seen Anders, the way he breeds in the loft tour. Pretty crazy, really. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I don't know if it's buffering. I'm not sure. I don't know why this sink is so long for washing. But it is what it is. So far, been great. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Can anyone tell me why in the world the sink is not draining? Well, if the sink don't drain, it's going to make it hard to wash. Well, I can always do one shirt today. I got to get a place where there's a bathtub so I can do my other sweater. We're going to let this drain out, then I'll rinse it off again. But I will say, It's been super fun. I was at Eric Lindbergh's yesterday, and he had surgery here on his eyes. He had to fix something, and that's why we didn't go live with him. But I will be back. I will see him probably before I go to do a quick live with him. Gotta say, the tour so far, A1. Nobody does the auctions. Hey guys, I'm gonna tell you this right now. What you see on the camera, nah, you didn't see it, man. I'm telling you, dip into your piggy banks, break it open. Break it open because why? This is why. I'm telling you, for those of you who trust me, for those of you who say, hey, let's try this out, you're not going to be disappointed. If anything, you're going to be blown away. But you got to trust in me. You got to have a little faith here. I'm just going to rinse the soap out. But you see those dates. You see those dates. It's in black and white right there, guys. This is a tour I've put together. I've knocked on these doors for you guys, not for me, for you. So you can come and experience what I experienced. It looks, I'm being honest with you, when you see it on a camera, it's one thing. But when you're there in the afternoon, when you're there in the evening, when you're there for dinner, wherever you are, this is what we're doing, man. I got to do my laundry in small sinks. But I'll show you a trick. That's as far as I'm going with that. But look at this. The new and improved wringing out. Now you could wring out. There's a million ways to wring out, right? Check this one out. It's the new and improved wringing out way. You got to get your clothes clean. And I haven't been in one spot long enough to really be able to do laundry. Normally I do it in a bathtub and I'll do it like that, but this is a little different here today. That's okay. It ain't gonna matter much. We're gonna get it clean to the best that we can. You guys can't smell me on camera anyways. Close enough. So there's our first one done. Our first shirt. Yes, in and out. What's been in and out? You're on, Bean. Okay. Well, hey, I'm glad that you're thinking it's okay, Peeves. That's the main thing, as long as you're enjoying it. One thing is always nice in the Vandervalks. I just got a small little room, but really, really nice. Beds are cozy, comfy. Has a greeting when you come in with your iPad. These little coffees they give you here, these things are fucking incredible. They really, really are. What's up, Heather Green? But here's your bed. I got some of my laundry on there. Every room has the thermostat, nice. It's always comfortable. Last night I missed Geert Wagens. I missed his. He invited me to watch the Belgium match, football, but I messaged him back, but he didn't see it, so we missed that. But that's okay. We go again. I think me and Nicholas Norman are going to go watch Bruges play. That's good. That's interesting. Now we watch another one. What are you guys thinking? You guys seem very quiet today. Why is everyone so quiet? Let's sit down for a second. Let's talk some pigeons. So the Gabby Van den Abeel pigeons, they're online right now, Feathers League Pigeon Auctions. Tomorrow around 9 or 10 p.m. or 9 or 10 a.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be at Annex Gauthier of G Pigeons, and we have a special guest for you there tomorrow. If anybody can guess who the special guest is, it'll be amazing. And no, it's not Christian. He is a special guest always. Last time I was there, he wasn't there. he was working. But tomorrow, like I said, we have a special guest. Do you know who the guest is? Can you guess who the guest is? Also, I wanted to mention while we're waiting for you all to take a guess, let's not forget, guys, from Denmark, the superstar, the inbreeding phenom. Guys, these pigeons are all here for the cross. They're all here for the cross. Anders Brobeck, again, more of a marathon between 700 and 1,000 kilometers. So your 350 out to 550, 600-mile pigeons are right here. Anders Brobeck of Denmark. His auction's running online right now. Reminder, all the pigeons that you see, they're in North America. They've done the quarantine. They've done everything they had to do, and they are ready to be shipped out to you. Okay, so what I'm saying is the birds aren't in Europe. The birds are in North America. The birds are in Canada. I've had some people say to me, or I've heard some people say, oh, I don't want to make an appointment to come and see the pigeons. We used to have open houses every Saturday. Every Saturday we have open houses in our showroom. I found that you go for a Saturday, sometimes you get 2 guys, sometimes you get 10 guys. Um, and it's not a lot of work, but I'm not there. Richard's there. There's a lot of setup that goes into it. And, every breeder that I go to, I have to call, make the appointment, set up the times, this, that, and the other things. G Pigeons. Yeah, well, she's the star of the show. But we have a special guest. Can you guess who it is, Peevler? Come on. Take a guess, folks. But what I was saying was, why do we say to people now to give us a call to come and take a look at the pigeons? It's just common. It's just easier. Richard's got enough pigeons to feed, enough chores to do. He's not going to do an open house on Saturday, set everything up. People show up, people don't show up. I don't know. To me, common sense is call if you're interested in the pigeons and you really want. That's why we're here. Okay, I go to these places because I'm interested in the pigeons. I some people say, oh, I don't want to make an appointment. Come on, let's not be rude. Help out a little bit. Every Saturday, that room, everyone should be calling to go and see these pigeons. These are all right from Europe. They're hand selected by myself and the breeders. We take the time to select. The people that went there today to see the Annex Gautier pigeons, they said absolutely incredible pigeons. Super quality, just as advertised. Yes, they are nice pigeons, but they're right from the supers. They're right from the ones you're looking for. Yes, oh, I know. Mike Green, you are there. You are always there. You are there, which the only way you can be is through the internet, and I appreciate that. Guys, take a look. This man here says if he could come, he would. If he could make an appointment, he would. Um, I don't think it's a lot to ask. Before I go over to a friend's house, I call him and say, "Hey, can I come over?" I don't just show up. So I think we all can do that. I don't think we're asking a lot. It's well worth. Pigeons are much more calmer. They're in the widowhood crates. You take them out of the widowhood crates, you handle them much nicer, in my opinion. Michael Peevler says, Gabby. Ooh, maybe it is Gabby. You're doing a great job on your auctions. Quality pigeons. You are the best pigeon show on TV. Ah, well, thank you, Daniel. We try to do our best. Um, sometimes I'm too loud and sometimes it buffers and sometimes this and sometimes that. We try and put out the best product as possible. I have to say, though, I give a round of applause to the breeders and to you guys that watch. You two, and people don't understand this, what I mean, but you, the people, you're a big part of these shows. Because when I'm on the show, sometimes maybe I'm tired, jet lagged, I'm worn out. My brain's stalled in the brain. Okay, what do I ask? What do I ask? You guys helping out, that helps me out big time. And I'll tell you, if you want to get the breeders involved, get them involved more. You ask questions. Because when I say Mike Green asked this question, when I say Daniel Herman asked this question, when I say Michael Pievler asked this question, when I tell the breeders this, the breeders get more involved. You guys have to remember, most of the time when I go to these breeders, I do some filming there. I'm either filming breeders, I'm doing a loft tour. So by the time we're done all that, I have asked all these questions maybe one or two times. Questions maybe that you're asking. So you almost get stalled. You get in your brain, you kind of think, okay, what am I going to ask? And I always say this, and one of these times I'm going to do it. I'm going to show up, like say I'll be there at 1 o'clock, and show up with the camera on and go right into it. The only reason why I don't want to do that is because I kind of like to let the breeder relax, get into the English, get into what's going on, and we sort of have we work on a guideline. So, do I have a ticket yet? You got a ticket yet? No, I don't. Well, uh, I don't know. Last night I was last night I turned on a one-way street the wrong way. Then the cops come in behind me, and then they said, "Oh, they know I speak. I'm telling them about English. Oh, I tell them English. I'm from Canada. English. Hello." They were cool. They said, "Hey, no problem. Just go up here, go that way," and that was it. So no ticket there. I don't think I got a ticket, but although on a one-way street, I don't know if they do, the photo tickets. Hopefully not. But I've gotten no speeding tickets. I make sure I'm 10 kilometers under the speed, so that's good. But the other part I want to thank is these breeders because English is not their first language, and they got to go through me. And my English is fine, but sometimes, it's a little tricky. And that's why I say when you guys ask the questions, keep the questions. You can ask good questions, but don't use $64 words. And look that up, what that means. Reminder, Monday night will be our Monday Night Family Show. Again, I will do it at 8:30 Eastern Standard, Northern Pacific Time on Monday night. Mike Parrish says, there's so much information in your tours shows people should be watching or rewatching your YouTube channel. Yeah, I was the other day. I was with Lars. Uh, I was with a gentleman by the name of Lars. Lars, Lo, I'm bad with the last name. His name's Lars. Okay, he's a pigeon guy. He's my age. He likes distance racing. I met up with him, and he's from Belgium. And he says, Ryan, I really enjoy watching your shows. And it's you're Belgian. What are you doing? Well, I learned so much. I says, you learn? He says, yeah. I watch these breeders from all over, and I pick out the same things, or some new things. But I hear he does this the same, he does this the same, he does this the same. And he says, I pick things this way, that way I like. He says, it's very good. He says, you do all the work. And I thought that was nice. And when you have a Belgian, same like Verstrada, he enjoys watching. Van Zuren watches. Um, I think it's really really good. And new flyers. Um, watch a video. When you watch the video the first time, you kind of go, there's a lot to take in. When you watch the second time, you break it down a bit more. When you drive to work, put the same video on again and just listen, and you'll learn. You'll learn more and more. I always say you have to learn to read between the lines. If you read between the lines, you'll figure it out. Make sure to tell us what time live show will be on, the way we can plan to watch. I know sometimes today I was going to go on at 4, but we were doing the Anders tour. I didn't want to cut into his show because that loft tour was great. Tomorrow it's going to be Eastern time, let's say between 9 and 10 in the morning. Belgium time, I'm going to be on around 3 or 4 in the afternoon with Annex Gauthier. we're going to have the special guest, Gabby himself. He will, if he will come on, I don't know. He will be there, but I don't know if he'll come on. We'll have to see. I hope. And again, the star of tomorrow is Anik. Gabby hasn't flown in quite a while, but these are pigeons all from him. So a reminder, guys, the superstar here is Annex now. She's holding the name. It's the same thing at White Pigeon Loss with those Gabbies. They hold, they hold. They play a certain way with these pigeons. Over and over. And if you guys have questions, get them in. I tell you, if you can get on and ask a question when I'm on, fire them in. I'm an old flyer learning a lot from the breeders. When you get, we don't, time to stop. When you get there, don't leave. Time to stop. No, you don't want to stop watching. Or I think I know what you're saying, Mike. I get it. Like today, it was today at uh, the Wagens house. Their internet they're right at the border, the Dutch border, and it doesn't connect good. And after we did it, we tried it in the house with the Wi-Fi, nothing. I tried it outside, nothing. And Geert says, "I'll go up to my house 2 minutes away. It's perfect internet." So the next time I go there, we're going to do the interviewing in at Geert's place, which is too bad because I would love for you guys to see White Pigeon Lofts. Hey, Carlos, how's it going? But if you guys want Impact Gabby Van den Beels, it's funny. Anik lives on one side of Belgium, and Geert Wagens lives on the other side. They're both winning with the same pigeons. But the funny thing is, Geert's cocks, Geert and Theo's cocks are small, like Anik's, winning. But Geert's hens are small. Anik's has larger hens that she puts on to the smaller cocks, but both are winning. Both of them are getting great results from hens and cocks. Same families, and they're doing it all in the same distances. They're good from 100 right up to the 600 kilometer Gabby Van den Beels. Anik has the odd cross, a little bit, but most are very straight. And you hear from Theo, or you hear from Geert, 80% straight and a few crosses. These people, they do a little bit of crossing here or there, but if a pigeon doesn't work, it's out. We had a great loft tour, and what's going to be great about the Wagens loft tour is it was recorded on video camera, so there'll be no buffering. You will hear him. It's perfect. I always feel bad when I go there because there's a lot more to get out, but when I bring it on to live, it crashes and burns, which that's frustrating. What can I say? I'm back here at the hotel, and I think tomorrow's going to be a bit of a slower day. I might get a hold of Nicholas Norman, see if he wants to get back together after Anik. If not, I think I might just have a slow day tomorrow. Yes, that's been my third time there. Has it been three? Yes. The first time I went, I met Theo. Almost no English. I met Theo Wagens and his wife. Geert, I didn't know about Geert. So I went there. We went under the house. You see all the super breeders. The last time I was there, I went just to meet Geert, and we just talk. We have a beer, just talk, get a feel. Today we went. We select the pigeons. I do the loft tour. We did a little live, and we make sure we get on the same page. What we bring to North America, the expectations both ways, and we just again discuss and get comfortable. But it was such a nice day today. I did want to post this up. This is one of my favorite things. One day when I get a house, one day, many years from now, this is what I want to get, and I will show this to you guys. This is, I hope I have, yeah, I have it here. Hold on, hold on. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring it up. Photo library. Here we go. Look, here we go. Uh, done. All right, here we go. Done. This is absolutely, uh, oh, hold on. Here we go. This is, this pigeon. It's on a tile, but it's like a granite tile, and there's a pigeon in there in this tile, and the detail in it. I don't know if this picture really shows it, but the detail when they built that, they put the band number 2006. That's when they've been there since, and I just love it. I think it looks killer. I'd love to have something like that. What do you guys think of that? Also today, I for those of you guys wondering, I had a request to hit a bakery. I didn't show you guys the deer either. Hold on. Let's just do this. I'm going to show some of these photos. Okay, let's do this. Can you guys still see me here when I'm doing this? I don't know. Let's see. Manage. Uh, I should show you. Where's the manage here? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, there they are. They're all here. Here we go. Check this out. In the morning, they got some killer. These little bakeries here, they're phenomenal. I'll post another one up. Here's another photo. I went with a rice. It was like a rice pie, like a rice pudding. It was so good. I give it a, I give it a solid 10. I didn't get to show you guys the deer today, but they're the deer. So, and at White Pigeon Loft, they have deer as well. They got a couple goats there, but pretty unique. The food here is just tremendous. I will tell you, when you come on the tour, we're going to hit some little bake shops. We go to the Lear Market, and you get a you get a piece of Danish, or it was like €1, a euro 20. You get a coffee. You can't stop with one. They're so fantastically good, and there's something about fresh pastries that are. It's all real made with coffee. It's like deadly. It's like the ultimate like guilty pleasure, and it's like, oh, same thing, just croissants. You go to that bakery and you just get croissants. You don't need no jam on it, nothing. Just in they go. Always interesting. Always fantastic. We went today when I got there, as Geert said, he had a French guy come. French guy's been coming for 7 or 8 years, buying pigeons every year from Paris. He drives up, picks some pigeons every year, three, four, five pigeons, goes back. And Geert says to me when I got there at noon, we go eat. Okay, we went and ate, went for lunch. The food, we just had, it was just two meatballs, fries, but it had this onion gravy. I'm not a big fan of meatballs. Oh my God, these meatballs weren't good. They were fantastic. The fries were perfect. I didn't even need mayo with them because the gravy was so good. So we had that, and you know, I have a vodka. Then we have a beer each. And we went back. We did all of our taping. Then we were going to do the live then, but we were on Facebook. with Anders, which is a great loft tour. Check that out. And remember, that auction is running now as well. All bids are in Canadian dollars. Don't be shy to miss that. Just try it out. Old families of pigeons that are still winning. I asked him, do they win? He gave me the paperwork. They win. And I handled them some super nice pigeons. We went back to that same bar. We had a couple drinks. We waited. We went back to the house. Then we did the live. After the live, I thought he did a great job. I said, "Hey, come on, I'm gonna take you for dinner." We went back to the same bar. We had lasagna that time out, and I'll tell you, what a nice day. I think I rather do one breeder a day. I always say this, but I try and cram two in. It's better with one breeder, because when you try and do two breeders, the problem here, and like Geert says, for every kilometer you drive, it's 1 minute in the car. So if somebody lives 70 kilometers away in America or in Canada, that might take you 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes, 25 minutes, 35 minutes. Here in Belgium and Holland, uh, 70 kilometers is 70 minutes, an hour and 10 minutes. So when you look at saying, hey, I'm going to do this guy in the morning and then this guy in the evening, you almost run out of time because of the driving, which is tricky. It's like already I say tomorrow, okay, I'm going to see Anik, but then I want to see Anik in the afternoon because I want you guys to be able to come on and say hi to her. Might show some more birds. Um, I just wish there wasn't a time difference, but what are you going to do? Also coming up, I might be going to Hungary this week. We're trying to get that worked in. I've got Stefan Steenberg. That's coming up. Who else? Oh, I got lots coming up. Lots coming up. I got to get to Stefan. We got to do his show. His show, I'm going to do it live in the evening. I'm going to ask him if we can do it in the evening time. Well, it'll be afternoon for you guys. But yeah, that's uh, that's sort of what I was thinking on that. What do you guys think? Quiet crowd tonight. I told you, it helps when you guys participate. I think whenever I say that, I should say we're not going to allow any questions. But I will say these Vandervalk hotels are very nice. I love that 99% of them all have balconies or windows and doors that you can open. So if you want some fresh air, you can. But the Pigeon Boss tour for these 7 people who get to come on this, it's going to be the scariest thing I've ever done. Because number one, I'm your tour guide, and I want to entertain. It's not that I want to entertain. I want you guys to have a good time. Growing up, I used to go on these family trips for my mom, my dad, and my sister and me. We would go to a resort for a week or 10 days. You go to the Dominican, you go to Mexico, you go to Cuba, you go to these resorts. And I always found that the resorts, it was those people that made it fun. You know, a beach and a pool is one thing, but it's the people at the resort that make it fun. They do the little fun games, or they get you involved, they get you active, and you kind of make these friends. And for that week or that 2 weeks you're there, those people at the resort you actually become friends with, and they're like a part of you. And it's kind of funny, but I can tell you more about people at the resorts than people I went to school with. Isn't that crazy? That I've seen 1 week, but they made an impact. Just taking in all the information. Well, Mr. Tracy, I am glad that you are. Don't get discouraged, guys. Do not get discouraged. Keep your mind open. Remember here, I try to tell you this. These are professionals. I don't want this to come across wrong. The Wagens, they have a job other than pigeons, but they're still professional pigeon men. They've been doing this so long on the best level. They're professional. Same like Van Zuren. He's a professional. He has a job, but they are in the best mecca. Holland and Belgium, you can go back and forth all day long. Both have super good pigeons. They're a little different, but they're both really good. All these people that you see, full time or part time, deep in their heart, they're 100% full time. They love it. They eat, sleep, and raise pigeons, and breed pigeons, and all that stuff. So, you know, when you get to talk and listen and learn, I learn every time I'm there. Everyone. You know, and again, I wish sometimes the camera was on. There's things that we talk about that I wish the camera was on for, and then maybe you don't go back to it, talking about one loft racing or this or that or just around and around. And you wish you have the camera on, but you can't have it on all the time. Again, oh, I got to go to Chris Clarebot's this week, Willie Daniels this week. We're going to do some selecting there. Oh, I'm already tired about thinking of the week. Well, when you go to Chris's, you got to do Chris and Willie together. That's a for sure. You know, I actually said to Geert today, um, I said once this Pigeon Boss tour is over, once we do it, the next Pigeon Boss tour, White Pigeon Loss, I'm gonna put them on. Just not only, first of all, the pigeons are fantastic. Second of all, Geert and his father are 10. Second of all, the pigeon loss are out of this world. Second of all, the house, everything, it flows. Second of all, they are, I would say, yes, go and see them. And same with Patrick Books. He'll be on the next tour, 100%. I might rotate people, and like this time, you're gonna get to see Van Heen, Annex Gauthier. You're gonna see Emil Denny's. You're gonna see Xavier Verstrada. You're gonna see Serge Van Alsecker, Stefan Steenberg, uh, Mark and Geert Paulin, Nicholas and Philip Norman, Guy Vandenauer, Eddie Grugens. You're gonna see those breeders. But next year, it can be 10 new breeders or 5 the same. It depends. So I want to do this every year, and I'd like to do one in Holland. I'd like to do one in the UK. Mr. Eddie Ortiz, how the hell are you, Eddie? Eddie, you got to come on this tour, my friend. I think you'd be great. On a perfect tour, we could have Michael Peevler, David Tracy, Mike Green, Eddie Ortiz. I'd like to bring Carlos, but I think Carlos is shy. Daniel Herman would be fun too. And we're only doing 7 spots. Why 7? It works. It works. It's a small, intimate number, and it works. And I think people will really like it. I mean, I talked to Geert today. He went on a fishing trip to catch fish in Sweden for 10 days, just fishing. He went to Canada for 2 weeks for fishing. He told me the price, exactly the same as what it is here, and he was in euros, so it's actually we were a little cheaper. But it's interesting. You guys love pigeons. You guys love this show. You love the pigeons we sell. You like the people we meet. Try it. Come on the tour. See what you think. For me, it's going to be big because I want to make it great for you guys. You know, I say, how can we come to Belgium and not try the pastries? How can we not go through Antwerp? How can we not go through Bruges? Oh, you were in Europe last year. Well, you're always welcome to come back this year, Eddie. And the great part is you don't have to drive. I'm going to take care of that. You don't have to find the hotel. I take care of that. All you got to do is shower, keep yourself clean. To the lofts we go. And have some good food. Because that's one thing. The food here is fantastic. It doesn't matter if you go to a pub. It doesn't matter if you go to the hotel. It doesn't matter where you go here. The food is always excellent. So I always like coming on just to check in with you guys. I'm not going to do any more laundry tonight just because the sink is so small. I want to see how this shirt dries. The trick is if I'm in a hotel long enough, I can dry stuff. Yeah, fuck off, Frank. Would I do laundry? Ah, I want to do laundry. I don't want to do laundry. I hate doing laundry. I got. You know what? The other night I was at one of the Vandervalks, and they had the bathtub. When they have the bathtub, it's easy. Fill up the tub, wash, 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 and it goes quick. But I said, okay, I'm going to do it on Saturday. And of course, I hit this Vandervalk, but this room doesn't have a bathtub. So the sink a bit small for laundry. Like you say for the next one, not a problem, my friend. I know we're gonna have you on there, and you deserve it, Mike. And same even having Frank to come. I know Frank's been to Europe. I introduced Frank to Van Zoren. He loves it. That's one guy. That's one guy. There are people that we represent. You see them year after year. Those are great people. They're you can see they're genuine. They give a shit. And that's the people we want to take you to. I want to take you to the good feeling people. Brian, I might be at Peter. Oh, Frank's gonna butcher me. Vandermeer, Vandermeer, Peter Vandermeer, Monday or Tuesday of this week. I have to get back to him. And Stan the man says, "Good evening to all." I think Stan liked the Gabby pigeons today. He went and handled them, I should believe. But yeah, I said to Leah originally, I'd love to make the trip all inclusive. So you pay one price and it's your food and your drinks and everything. But you can't do that just because it's too difficult. It's not like you're at a resort. So this is a little bit like a cruise, but just a little different. Just a little bit. And I know there's been some people that said, "Oh, I want to come. I want to go in November and that." And maybe I'll adjust the time for next year. But what I really wanted to do was have people be able to get to go to the Lear Market, go to the breeding station, go to the Fugare show. Those are three super events. Go to the Golden Doif. Okay, that's four things in 13 days. Pigeon related things. Again, we're in pigeon country here. That's four things you're going to do. That's why I picked it at that time of year. We can pick it in the summer. We can pick it in right now, but there's not all those events. And I want to make this is a I can say this is a trip that people might just go once on. I want to make sure they get the wow factor, the fucking kabam, you know? I couldn't watch no audio. Don't worry, we did the loft tour. Again, we were just in a bad spot. Don't worry. It's all about the rebroadcast. Oh, congratulations, Mike. Congratulations. I think you'll be happy, and happy for all the buyers yesterday.
Same with these Gabby pigeons. These are these impact pigeons. And again, these are pigeons that are being worked. Okay, that's what you want. Really worked pigeons. And I'll tell you, for One Loft Racing, when you hear they're flying top results in national races, provincial is the zone, but national. Provincial's number one. Super good. 5,000, 3,000. That's good. When you hear them get into the national results, that's another level. It's really another level. It's one more up because not only can those birds be top in the province, on the national level, they're at the highest. And I think when we look at pigeons that are in that national level, from 300 to 600 kilometers, from basically 225 miles to 350 miles for Americans, those are the pigeons you bring in for One Loft Racing. They got the smarts. You need smarts in a One Loft race, and you need the endurance. I don't believe you need to go out and buy One Loft pigeons. I don't believe it. You look at Annick's video, all the pigeons on the wall, they weren't One Loft pigeons. They were her own pigeons. Eddie, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy our loft visits. And like I said, take a look at these Gabby pigeons from Annick's Gauthier. They're super good. And you know, it's so funny how, because by the time you import the pigeons and you kind of forget, you forget. Like the pigeons I select today, I won't remember them next time until I photograph them. I don't see them until I photograph them. So it can be 4 months, 5 months, 3 months, 6 months. You see them. Oh, that's a beautiful pigeon. Oh, that's a beautiful pigeon. Oh, so nice. You know, I had to pick up pigeons the other day, 40 pigeons, and they were selected last March, and I didn't have an import coming in. Now I have my import coming in. But I had selected these pigeons, and I could not remember. This is for a Christmas auction. I could not remember the pigeons. I said, I can't remember. And I said, boy, oh boy, I hope I selected strong, good. You know, sometimes when you select 10 pigeons, that's one thing. When you select for 40 pigeons, you have to make sure you're you're being consistent. Your hands are remembering you want a certain type and you don't cave and say, okay, that's fine. You don't really want to do that. You want to be focused. And I tell you, I went through all the pigeons and I said, bang, these were really nice. And Lars says to me, I know. It's a nice group of 40. Ah, so that was good. One Loft pigeons started being pigeons from someone producing them in their loft before One Loft Racing. And this is 100%. And Mike Green and Frank Eichhorn. Frank Eichhorn won our, and I'm going to use our Pioneer race. Frank won the Pioneer race 2 or 3 years ago. He had the ace average speed pigeon. It was a Verstrata and an Vandenabile. Both the pigeons never were entered into One Loft races. Their parents weren't entered into One Loft races, but they're at a national level, right? Look at Mike Green. Mike Green just won. Ivan Vandenbosch, a pigeon he purchased from us, and a pigeon from Hardy Kruger from a Hardy Kruger pigeon. Well, yes, we know Hardy Kruger does good in One Loft racing. Yes, still has good pigeons on his own. Hold on, Vandenbosch, there's no One Loft racing with him. He just flies the middle distance races. But what did he give out of his good pigeons? If you see the big craze in One Loft racing and I'll say the U.S., people start coming up with this this notion, oh, one loft birds breed one loft birds. Yeah, that's a good point. But would I rather go to battle with, in my opinion, two children, one off of one First National and one off another First National, pair them together and send them to a one loft race? Or would I rather pick a one loft race winner to a one loft race winner? I'm going to go with the Nationals. I'm going to still go with the Nationals. They can hit heavier because they beat more pigeons. One loft racing, it's not that hard. You just got to come home. But you got to be smart enough and you have to be healthy enough. You have to have a few other things, and I get that. But you hear with Geert, they won they were six national uh, Burges. Pigeons were in the basket 5 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They release them on Monday with young birds. Do you know how tough that is? And again, I'm not challenging these one loft races, but I think every one loft race, should basket and let them sit for one day. I think that's good. Now you'll say to me, well, why? Why? Why not? You're adding a little bit of another stress level. You're adding something. You're adding a little more difficulty. I believe this. Now, I've done it with my pioneer birds. Uh, Ryan, how is it that many fanciers have so many young and grandchildren of certain birds? They breed here. They breed. They breed. They switch eggs. It, like I say here, I think it's like when I talked to Chris Clarebot about breeding off the camera. He says, Ryan, to breed pigeons, you have to sit and watch and study and pair them and this and that. And then they switch eggs. They do this. They move it around. These these people here, they're breeding on another level. I look at breeding boxes, okay? All these lofts I go to, they have individual breeding. The ones that do it, they're individual breeding pens, okay? An individual room. That pair, that pair, that pair, that pair. Beautiful. Pigeons can properly move. I see people here in North America, and I'm not knocking it. They're breeding them in a 2x2 box, a 3x2 box, a 4x2 box. No, you don't. They don't breed the same way. Take them out of the box. The first thing the pigeons do is normally have a big shit. When you have individual breeding sections and you take a pigeon out, the pigeon never shits on you. Pigeons don't like that environment. All these top lofts, they really don't have small boxes. They do not. Remember, the breeders, if you want them to breed good, you have to respect them. You have to, you know, instead of putting them in a small box, put them in a section with other pairs. And again, these guys, they will take a super cock and they will pair it to five hens. Remember, every 10 days, hens can lay eggs. You have five hens on one cock. If you did put the hen to the cock, how long does it take to drop eggs? Not long. 10 days, 12 days. If the cock's pre-mated to the hen, 10, 12 days. She lays, pull the eggs away, take the hen out, give the cock 1 day off, throw another hen in. 10 days, pull that out, put another hen in. But when you're putting another hen in, those other two hens, they start to rest. So if you have five hens on one cock, it's almost like a hen goes through a full cycle. pretty much. 6 hens, 1 cock. You have switchers, you have no problem. You don't have to have you don't have to make the cock drive all 5 hens at once. Take your time, slow and steady. But you think about it. Pair them up in November. From 1 cock in November. The month of November, basically 4 sets of eggs. December, 4 sets of eggs. January, 4 sets of eggs. March, no, February, 4 sets of eggs. March, 4 sets of eggs. April, 4 sets of eggs. 1 cock. Now, you have 8 hens, you're laughing. Your hens won't get egged out, but the cockbird, keep the gasoline to him. Keep him on fatty feeds. Keep him on hemp seed. Give him the vitamins. Make sure he has a nice bath. He's clean. He's running smooth. And yes, the individual pens, and I'll get to Eddie's comment here in a second. Individual pens, you kind of have to make it like you're going into a shower. I think the ones that I've built, 3 feet wide, 4.5, 5 feet deep, 6 feet tall, 5.5, 6 feet tall. I like to put the feeding up at the top. I put the box up at the top. You put the wall, so the pair is moving, constantly moving. Right? When I give them the bedding, I always put the bedding down on the ground. They pull the bedding up. You know, you want them to move. Pigeons got to move. The more they move, the better it is. Uh, I'm not talking about Europe here. In the U.S., there are hundreds of youngsters out of certain birds. It can't be. Well, I you know, I think what people do, it's the master of the pen. I think people write a lot of shit. You know, people do a lot of writing. You know, there's a few lofts. I wouldn't go near the pigeons because it's only this. You know, you ask any of these Europeans, and they say, "Well, how many eggs can a hen lay? 100?" Ask them that question, and look how they look at you. 4 rounds a year. If you're pushing hard, 5. If you're trying to smoke it, 6. But the last 2 rounds, the quality goes down. You're taking it out of the hen. 3 rounds, 4 rounds, good. But take a look at a pigeon, 4 rounds. 4 rounds a year, to be fair. The 4th round, the quality might be a little low if you're not on the gasoline. Ah, it's just because somebody called me. Sorry about that. 4 rounds a year. A pigeon lives 10 years. What's that, 40? If a pigeon lives 20 years, you get 80. Come on, let's do the math, guys. I see people, big name guys in the US, 1 hen breeds 100 youngsters. As we say in Holland, eh? No way. But people, they just want what they want. Whatever the paper says, they'll believe. When we do the breeding show, when we do the show, and we have pigeons on, and I come here and I say to Anik, Can I have the mother or the father of lot number 1? Which one you like better? She brings it on. We take a look. We take a look. When the video comes on, me holding the pigeon, the father or the mother, you see the bird for sale. You see the DNA in the pigeon. Maybe the bars are the same. The head's the same. The structure looks the same. We do that so you see what you're getting. The pictures are pictures, but seeing it real, that's real. That's why we're here to do this. We don't have to be. We want to be. We want to inform you. So look at how guys do breeding here. Look at how guys select here. Listen to Anik. What did she say with her Gabbies? Sorry, man. Okay, it's freezing up. It's 1:30. I got to get going. You don't want to know why? It's late. Tune in tomorrow, U.S. time, Canadian time, 9:30, 9 o'clock, 9 to 10 in the morning. I'm going to be at Annex Gautier. We're going to look at some pigeons. You might even meet the legendary Gabby Van Den Biel. Check out Anders Brobeck. He's running at Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. Thanks for flying with me, guys. You have a great evening. And I got to go. Sorry for freezing up. We're near the border. Bye for now.